So last week, being Halloween, we talked about our chocolate chip banana bread. And that turned out fantastic. Little chocolate chips and banana bread. We really liked that. We also talked about smash burgers on the Blackstone. Mm-hmm. And that's really what you do prefer when it comes to burgers?
Yeah, it tastes better.
You like
to me, I think it tastes better than the thick, fat burger. I don't know. I like the smash burger.
What do you like about it so much?
It has more flavor to me.
You don't think they're dry?
No, they're not dry. They taste juicy to me.
Well, that was all last week. We're now on episode 37.
Yeah.
So if you want to check that out, be sure and check our other podcasts. Wherever you get your podcasts, you can find that. Today, we're going to go ahead and go into what I like to call an invention I made myself. It's called the Okie Log.
Oh, yeah.
I got this because what's that other thing they have? What's that called? They take the jalapeños and they put it together, and it's something from Texas.
I can't remember.
I can't remember what it's called now. We'll try to figure that out by episode end, but it was something to do with Texas. But we created the Okie Log, and it's a little bit of pulled pork that we used as leftover.
Yeah, that was really good.
And that was fantastic. And we're also going to mention a little bit about our strawberry jalapeno chicken that we did. Mm-hmm. And I think that was great. So we got that and more coming up. This is episode number 37. It's all about outdoor cooking on the Pit Boss and on the Blackstone and all other ways.
Time to fire up that grill. From smoked pork to smash burgers, outdoor cooking just tastes better. This is the Okie Smokin podcast. And here's your host, John Berry.
And welcome in. So appreciative of you being here today with me and my lovely wife, Dolores, who's alongside with us so that people do enjoy the show. She's here with us so we can get a little entertainment, right?
Why are you trying to say I'm the joke?
You're the jokester of the show. You're the life of the party.
I'm just the silly one, that's all.
If it was just me, it would just be like bland paint.
No.
So let's go ahead and start out today. We're going to go ahead and talk about what I like to call the Okie Log. And I just remembered. Well, hold on. Okay, go ahead.
You're supposed to say, how was your day?
Oh, well, how was your day?
I said, it's another beautiful day, but it was kind of chilly today. We put our Christmas stuff up today.
We did.
Well, last night and today, I should say.
Yeah, so we put the lights up yesterday. Mm-hmm.
So it's officially Christmas over here, even though Thanksgiving hasn't happened yet.
This is the first time we put them up so early.
It is, because usually we put it up like maybe a couple weeks before Christmas. I'm really bad about the Christmas stuff.
Yeah.
Halloween, it's out like early, but Christmas I always do so late.
Yeah, we got the lights out, mm-hmm. the red, green, yellow. We got the bulbs on part of the house.
And I got my Frosty out.
Frosty, got the snowman out. And what's that other, the blow-up thing you got out there?
He's Frosty, too.
So you got double Frosties.
Yeah. Remember, I have like a snowman theme.
Yeah, it's a snowman thing. Mm-hmm. But the way she has it designed is the lights are on one side of the house. We didn't quite put them all the way to the end, but then you get that snowman that has lights.
Yeah, and it looks like he's the one decorating it.
Right, he's the one decorating it. So we do have holidays coming up. Yes. We're going to be doing some Thanksgiving. We're going to be doing some Christmas cooking. Mm-hmm. And
I love Christmas cooking, though. I do like
what's your favorite Christmas cooking?
Because, I'm always like the dessert person.
I was going to say the dessert.
I make cookies. I make chocolate. I make fudge. I'm always, and we always have a bunch left over.
Well, let's start right here. Go off what we were going to talk about. What is your go-to dessert for Thanksgiving? We'll say it's coming up first.
Well, since we're going to your side of the family this year, Aunt Rebecca's, what does she call it? Icebox.
No, it's the chocolate delight.
It's Chocolate Delight. That's what she called. I thought it was called Icebox something. Chocolate Delight, maybe.
Could be.
Okay. That is my favorite thing that your aunt makes. And also your cousin.
What is in that, would you say? Is some whipped cream?
It looks like pudding, whipped cream, and it tastes like cheesecake.
And there's something crunchy. Is that graham cracker in there?
Yes, it's graham cracker crust.
Yeah.
But I have no clue how she makes it.
We've got to find that out when we go.
My all-time favorite is when your mom was alive and she made pineapple pie. And no one knows the recipe. No one in your family knows it.
None of them do, and none of them can make it.
Yeah, because she always made it. And oh my God, that tastes delicious. That was my favorite pie. I think I tried to make it. It sort of kind of tastes like it, but hers was like the all-time too.
Well, when we go there, let's make sure we ask what the recipe is. So after Thanksgiving, we'll come on here and tell them how to make it.
All right. That's good.
And we'll tell you. Go ahead and get that recipe out. It is really, really good.
Yes.
And isn't it diabetic? Or is it sugar-free?
I have no clue.
I thought it was, but I could be wrong. So we'll find out. I may be totally off base there.
It might be because she always gave it to Ronnie.
Yeah, and he was diabetic. So I don't know. So that'll be interesting.
That is the best dessert that they make. And, I like pecan pie too, but that is the best dessert that I've ever had.
What's funny is, and when you get that particular dessert and you eat it, it don't matter if you're full.
I know you go back.
Right. There's certain, like you say, I'm full.
Yeah.
I cannot eat anymore. I've just had a full meal.
Go back to it.
But then you've got some that for some reason you're not full if you're eating that.
I remember one year I was in the garage because they always put it in the garage, like the desserts, because I guess to keep it cooler. Mm-hmm. I'm not really sure, but one year I went in there and I was like looking for it and they didn't make it.
Right.
No one made it. And I was like, what? I was so sad. So I didn't get any.
You jumped their ass for that too, didn't you?
I think I did. I was like, where's this at? And they're like, we didn't have time to make, or I can't remember what they said, but they didn't make it.
Right. Well, let's go ahead and talk a little bit about.
I didn't jump their booty. No. I'm not that type of person that would do that.
You said, where is that dessert? That's the reason I came for that dessert right there.
Oh, and I think your cousin is the one that started the broccoli with the rice and the cheese. And I started making that every year here.
Oh, that's excellent.
Yeah, and I haven't made it in a long time.
That's excellent. And,
remember?
Right. That broccoli, cheese, rice.
Yeah, and I haven't made it in a long time.
Yeah, we're going to have to make that.
Yeah. Well, we're having a Christmas party, so maybe I'll make that also.
We'll make that, and we'll also be talking, and I have this going into, if you look here a little later, we're going to talk about next week's episode, and it's some Thanksgiving and Halloween side dishes.
Ah.
So we're going to be talking about side dishes for the holidays.
What's your favorite side dish for the holidays?
Cranberry sauce.
I knew you were going to say why. I do not like cranberry sauce.
And you can give me the cranberry sauce right out of the can.
I don't fresh.
I don't care. But fresh is great too. And just give me some. We're gonna have to make some cranberries. Just make it from scratch. I love that.
One year I tried it. You made some like with cream cheese, right? One year, someone did. And that tastes okay, but I'm just not a cranberry person. I don't know why. I just, ugh.
Yeah, I can eat that.
My favorite is stuffing.
I mean, think about this. You, who's with me here? You get your turkey or whatever you're eating. You get your stuffing. You get your mashed potatoes and all that kind of stuff. And you go ahead and add a bit of cranberry sauce. And that is a really, really good. But I can also just eat it plain. I mean, just give me a bowl of it and I'll go with it.
See, I'm just not a cranberry person. My thing for Thanksgiving, I like stuffing.
Stuffing.
Yeah, stuffing's really good.
I like all of it. But if you have some stuffing And you put some cranberry sauce on
No.
top of it?
No.
Yeah,
Mine, I put gravy on mine.
yeah.
Mashed
Because
potatoes.
was it last year or the year before? Well, I got the cranberries from the store and I boiled them.
Yes, you
and I
made it
them
fresh. You made
homemade cranberry
I
sauce.
just can't.
It was outstanding. I really, really like it. So, do you like cranberry sauce? Well, we're going to go ahead and talk a little bit about our Okie Log, which I remember now what it was called, the Texas Twinkie.
Oh, okay, that's what it was
Yep,
called.
the Texas Twinkie. Now, with the Texas Twinkie, what they do is they take some brisket and they go ahead and put that in a Twinkie. They grind it up real good. And they put some other things, some cream cheese, some various things. And they put it inside a jalapeno, right?
Yes.
And then they wrap it in bacon. And they cook it, and then they cut into it. And it actually has a filling similar to a Twinkie, but it's got the brisket, it's got the cream cheese. And
ours was pork chili.
We have not tried that exactly. And I was wanting to do that, and I thought, let's just go and create our own. You come up with the name, the Okie Log.
The Okie Log.
Which isn't nothing widespread or nothing. It's just our own little personal thing on the Okie Smokin channel and on the podcast. And we're going to talk a little bit about how we made that. It was really good. There's a video out. You can find it on the YouTube channel.
I'd make it again, but I would put more filling in it.
Yes.
With my thing, when I was I made the parchment paper and I put the filling in it and I squeezed it in there, I think I would have put more, filled that puppy up.
Fill it up. Because I do notice, and if you watch the video, even when we cut into it, there was some air.
Yeah.
Way too much air.
Exactly. Which is weird, but
yeah, it was not
I'll have to
completely full.
Yeah.
So we need to work on that, make sure that gets fuller. But to get to that point, we took some leftover brisket, and how did we get to there?
Do what?
How did we get to that?
Leftover brisket. What do you mean? How did we get to there?
It was actually leftover pork shoulder, right?
Yeah. Why do you always call it brisket?
I don't know why. I never do say the right thing. But when you listen to the podcast,
and I always correct you. I'm like, what?
When you listen to the podcast and you say, did he say what? I thought we were talking about this. I probably am talking about it. I just said the wrong word. Pork shoulder.
Yes.
So tell them how we got to that.
Well, we had leftovers, and that's how we came up with the concept of doing that. And we shredded it, and gosh, it was pull apart, so easy. And how long did you cook that? That was a whole night.
15 hours.
Yeah. And it was I didn't even have to use the claw thingy to pull it apart. I could just use my hands.
Yeah. The bone popped right out.
Yeah. It did. It was crazy.
Then we had we had pork shoulder. And we had sandwiches and various things. And then we took it the next day and put it in the Magic Bullet.
Yeah.
I
was eating the Ninja.
The Ninja, yeah.
I was eating that for a long time, though, because it tasted good.
It tasted good, but then once we got to
I had
a
it
point...
with eggs, too.
Nothing better than some pork shoulder with some eggs.
I did. It was runny eggs.
Great breakfast. Great breakfast. Mm-hmm. So darn good. So what we did was we went ahead and took that pork shoulder and ground it up to where it was a puree.
Yes, and we also put barbecue sauce in it.
Put barbecue sauce in it, added some
seasoning. I did mine different, though.
She had hers
my keto low carb stuff.
Low carb. Yeah. I had mine regular.
Yeah.
And
honestly, they probably tasted the same, huh? Because mine was really good.
And in our last episode, you said you were going to talk about how you put it in there with your piping. What's it called? The piping?
Yes, I made, I cut out parchment paper and I just made it like a cone, and then cut it and then just filled it up and then cut the tip. And then it was like a piping bag.
It's basically looks like you're decorating the cake.
Yes, exactly. And I don't know why I didn't think of that when we did our last thing that we filled, the cream cheese one.
That was the pickles.
Yeah. Yes, that's right. And I don't know why I didn't think of that, because that would have been good. instead of using the Ziploc thingy. Parchment paper is so much easier than the Ziploc. So if you ever are in a bind and you're trying to fill something, use parchment paper because that works the best.
Yeah, it worked out real good. And she just squeezed it in one jalapeno and went to the next.
Yeah.
I think maybe we need to squeeze it in and press it down with a spoon or something and add more.
I think when I squeeze it in, I need to go slow and not so fast.
Make sure you're not getting too much air.
Or I could actually cut off the bottom part of the jalapeno instead of the tip of it and fill it that way. You know, just the tiny part and just fill it up that way.
But either way, we're getting real technical here, talking about how it needs to be filled up all the way.
It did need to be filled.
It don't really matter.
Oh my God, it does on the filling. Like the filling is where it's at.
Right, but it still tasted good. Everything was fine. It just didn't have as much.
It just needed
as what you thought it needed. When you cut into it, you didn't have the complete
where it was packed.
But
that's okay. It did taste good, but dang, the filling it's good. Yeah. It's the cream cheese.
Yep, the cream cheese. And we added some cheddar cheese or something too.
Yes, we added cheddar cheese. And can't remember what hot sauce you used. I used my sugar-free one.
I just used some, I don't know, I have all different kind of, this barbecue sauce. I think it's some honey hot maybe.
Yeah, I think that's what it was.
And you just go ahead and, but once you just
really good with that.
Pureed it up, added the barbecue sauce, added the cream cheese. Bacon. Added the cheese, wrapped that thing in bacon, cooked it.
I should have put pickles in there too.
Pickle.
That would have been really good.
Didn't we add jalapenos?
It was on a jalapeno, babe.
Oh, it was inside of it. Yeah.
How many beers have you had?
I don't know. This is only a couple here. So that was the Okie Log. You can find that video on the YouTube channel, of course.
I would definitely make it again. 100%. Maybe for the holidays, that would be good. Ooh, we should make that for your family thingy. You know, take it with us there.
Yeah, we'll have to cook a pork shoulder first.
Yeah, overnight it, and we could take it all up there. I think they would like
Bring
that.
our appetizers.
Yeah.
Heck yeah. That's something we'll think about. It's going to be hard to do, though, because, we are going on a trip and we don't get home till the day before Thanksgiving. So that would be very difficult because, we needed like a day to cook the pork shoulder and then we got to
we get back Tuesday, right?
Yeah, Tuesday maybe.
Wednesday. I see Thursdays.
We'll see how that goes.
See how it goes.
We'll be talking about that as it gets closer as well, our life experiences with the family. And the holidays
we're going to my nephew's wedding, so we'll be gone next week. Doo-doo.
We'll get a podcast out though. Don't worry about that. Let's go ahead and look here. We've also got our strawberry jalapeno chicken we were going to talk about.
Oh my gosh, that was to die for. I was so afraid to eat it because everything was so high in carbs, but dang.
Hands down, one of the best. I'm telling you, one of the best salsas I've ever made. And it had strawberries in it.
That was really, really good. And you had leftovers. So I was I put it on my egg.
Wow. I mean.
Did you know I put it on my egg and
it would go good on just about anything. So we took some strawberries and just I'd have to rewatch I'll have to rewatch my video so I know
remake it again.
To remake it. So, that's what's crazy.
I have a question. So how long does that keep in the fridge?
Keep 3 to 5 days.
Okay. But oh my gosh, that was so good. I even added cream cheese to it and stuff because dang.
Yeah. And like I was just saying, I've made several videos in the past. Mm-hmm. And then I'm like, I want what I made before. And just like I make the videos, I have to go rewatch them to recreate them. And that's what I'll have to do with that. So I'll
that
check
one is
that
definitely 100% to remake.
To make sure I do it the same way. But
on the chicken, holy cow. At first I was like, ew, Me and the kids, remember? We're like, that sounds gross.
Yeah, no one thought it sounded good. I always thought it sounded good.
No, strawberry with chicken. No, babe.
Yes.
No.
It sounds great. I mean, you put strawberry jelly on sausages. You put strawberry jelly.
Sausages. I've never heard strawberry jelly on sausage.
Yeah, you can get you a sausage sandwich, throw you some strawberry jelly on it.
I've never done that.
Sweeten it up a little. You could use grape. So we're just talking about a little strawberry salsa on some chicken.
It had a kick to it too, and it was a nice kick. It wasn't like bad.
Yeah, just cook that thing. I think I cooked it on the Blackstone. Yeah. This was all done on the Blackstone. Mm-hmm. Cooked the chicken. While the chicken's cooking, went ahead and added the strawberries and all the ingredients.
Maybe we could do that salsa for your family.
Now that I could do.
That, yeah. Make a bunch of it.
Strawberries. I want big.
And then we could bring chips and stuff for it. Dip it with the chip.
Heck yeah, if we do. That sounds great. That sounds great.
I'm hungry right now, you guys. It just sounds
the best
good.
time to film the podcast
It sounds really good.
Record the podcast because she's over here going on a whole segment of food ideas.
Right. So what did you put in there? You put jalapeños, chipotle peppers, onions, and cilantro.
That's right. I forgot about the chipotle. So while it's on the Blackstone, you add the jalapeños, you break it down, you add all the onions and all the other ingredients. And then there's a chipotle with adobe. Okay. You get it in a can.
Yeah.
And in that can, there is several chipotle peppers. I took one of those out and chopped it up so that it was chopped up finely and added it to it during the cook, closer toward the end of the cook, and then went ahead and took a spoonful of the adobe sauce and added to the strawberry salsa. Mix that up and let that cook for just a little bit more to let it all mold in together.
Yeah.
And that was pretty much the final part.
And then when did you put the cilantro in it?
Well, we cooked some cilantro in it about the same time, I want to say.
And I know we garnished it with fresh.
And then when it was done, you put some fresh cilantro over top.
Yeah.
OMG. I'm just saying.
I feel like I ate half of your chicken and then I ate my own chicken.
Yeah, it was... It was incredible. Absolutely incredible. And
it was good.
When I know something is good or various people like it, I've made a lot of things. I've made hot sauces. I've made food and everything. And everybody, they like it. I saw a different reaction from you, from Jacob, and them like, whoa.
It was good.
It was like
and I wish you would have came up with this concept whenever we had my family reunion, because I guarantee you all of them would have been like, oh my God. Because when you did the brisket and then the tip, what is it? Where you cut it up and you made the cubes.
Oh, that would have been the burn ends.
Yes, and I didn't get any, and I'm so sad. I still haven't got any.
Next time.
When's next time? I still have not got any of this. But everybody was saying that it was so good. It must have been good because it was gone.
You could add that salsa in there. Or some strawberries in there.
With all that. On bread, toast, and anything. Because I cheated that week too, and I was like, oh my gosh, it was good.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, it was definitely fantastic. Mm-hmm. So, well, let's go ahead and take a look here and see if we got some comments from the community. We actually had one come in while we were doing this podcast. Let me go and see what that is right here. Yep, 16 minutes ago, Cooking with Sherry. She just watched my latest video of the bagels.
Oh, yeah.
We haven't, have we talked about the bagels?
No, not yet. We'll
get to that on our next episode. But we did, just a teaser of our next episode, we did a Kobe Jack jalapeno bagel cook. And Cooking with Sherry said, now that's something I could sink my teeth in. Thanks for sharing. Also, this grill life liked it, said sounds amazing. And Regina Sober said, oh, these turned out amazing. Definitely a great way to add some kick to your bagels. If you want to possibly get on this podcast, be sure to comment on our YouTube channel or Facebook page, and we go through and read some of them on here. Let's go ahead and see what else we got.
Yes, and start asking us some questions.
You got some questions. We've got the answers. Let me go ahead and check.
Well, hopefully we got the answer.
Yeah. We might have some answers. So looking at the one we just talked about, our strawberry jalapeno salsa over chicken, which is also part of our collaboration with hashtag peppering it up. There's other people creating pepper videos. I'm creating several. There'll be more coming out as well. The Davish Kitchen said, looks epic. Adding the strawberries or something I'll have to try. Yum. So Cooking with Anadi said, hey there. That was awesome. Love all the pepper goodness, especially the chipotle in adobe. Can't go wrong with a peppery chicken dish. I'd love that for sure. And also Mammy Wall said strawberries, question mark, good sharing. So a lot of good comments coming in on that one. Also talking about the ultimate beer. We got here, let's take a look. The ultimate beer canned jalapeno burger. Regina Sober also commented on that. That truly looks amazing. So many flavors. Haven't seen this one before. 80 Barbecue. Welcome in, 80 Barbecue. Thanks for commenting. Said added to the breakfast list. Thanks for sharing. That was a breakfast video we did on the pit barrel. Lots of comments coming in. We appreciate every one of them. Keep the comments going. Helps with the algorithm on YouTube as well. When you comment on our videos, lets them know you're enjoying it. Helps them push those videos out to other people. Are you going to be on the next podcast episode? You got to comment to get a chance. You can also text us as well in the show notes. Let's go ahead and talk a little bit on our next episode. What are we going to be talking about?
Your jalapeno bagels.
Yep. So we touched a little bit about on that. We're going to talk a little more about our jalapeno bagels, but Thanksgiving's coming up. So what are we going to
sweet and spicy holiday sauces are coming up too.
Oh gosh, sweet and spicy holiday sauces. Yep.
Yeah. And I see. Maybe you can make a cranberry spicy one, huh?
Oh man, yeah. That's good.
Maybe that would be good.
A cranberry. You give me a different ideal.
Okay.
So we're doing the peppering it up.
Yes.
I am doing a Thanksgiving.
Mm-hmm.
And
maybe this weekend you could come up with a cranberry spicy stuff.
I think I want to do two dishes.
Oh, yeah. What is the other dish? Oh, you can't say. Is it a secret?
No, I'll tell you because only if you're a podcast listener, you'll know. How about some spicy stuffing and some spicy cranberry?
I'm going to be fat this Thanksgiving and Christmas.
And just because you're a podcast listener and no one else on YouTube watching will know this, in the near future, pulled ham.
Oh, yes. I want you to do that so bad.
You've heard of
Christmas,
pulled pork?
I want you to do for Christmas.
We're going to be making a pulled ham video sometime within the next 30 days, I'd say.
That sounds so
It's going to come out on the channel. That's where we're going to take an actual ham and cook this thing.
Yeah.
We're going to get a ham you just get that's got all the you cook in the oven for a few hours and
it's going to be overnight.
And put your sauces on it. No. We're going to cook that thing 10, 12 hours.
Yes. I can't
We're going to wrap it. We're going to cook it another 5, 6 hours. Mm-hmm. We're going to pull the bone because it's going to have a bone in it. And we're going to just rip that apart like you did that pork shoulder. Come on now. That is what we're going to be doing.
And then the sauces on it is going to be bomb.
Yeah, we're going to put the sauce all over it when we wrap it so that when it's just torn apart.
Yes.
This is going to be a great, great ham. So pulled ham coming real soon as well. That's what's coming up in the near future right here. Thank you for tuning into the podcast. Is there anything you'd like to add to the audience? Anything you'd like to mention?
Nope, just happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Even if you celebrate it early.
Yep, happy Thanksgiving.
Get stuffed.
Get stuffed. It's all about the food.
It is. Well, besides being thankful.
Being thankful and, of course, a little football.
Yes.
Thank you for listening to the Okie Smokin podcast. Episodes drop every Monday. Don't forget to follow this podcast, or you might miss out on some delicious creations. You can also find us on our website, okiesmokin.com, and on YouTube and other social media platforms. Until next time, keep firing up that grill.
There's a brand new feature available on the Okie Smokin podcast, and it involves you. That's right. Send me and Dolores a text, and it's never been easier. Simply scroll down to the show notes description and you'll see where it says send John and Dolores a text message. Click it. Talk to us. You're probably using your phone anyway, so do it now. Can't wait to hear from you.